So why are so many people leaving Dallas, Texas, and where are they going? And when I say Dallas, Texas, I mean the literal city of Dallas, not the suburbs of Dallas, but the city of Dallas, Texas. Why is there a Dallas exodus? So let's talk about where people are going to. If they're leaving Dallas, where are they going? Are they going to other states? Are they sticking close by? What's going on? So most of the population that's leaving Dallas, well, first of all, between 2020 and 2021, Dallas lost about 15,000 residents. It was about 14,700 and something like that. So they lost about 15,000 residents during the start of the pandemic. And that might have something to do with it as well. The fact that we were in a pandemic and, people started working from home, but we'll get to that later. But most people that are leaving Dallas, they're sticking around. Of course, people are moving to other climates, different climates like Florida, and of course, California is just a beautiful place to live climate-wise. But most of them are moving further north. So you've got Dallas, Frisco, Prosper, Salina, and then you've got McKinney and Denton as well. So that's what's happening is people are leaving that big metropolitan city and they're headed to the suburbs. Also, interestingly, Dallas lost about 15,000 in population while Fort Worth gained several thousand in population. So I don't know, that kind of says something too. Even though Fort Worth is a big city, a very big city, it is just very different from Dallas. Well, it's different politically. The housing prices are different or lower as well. You get more house for your money. So anyways, those are some of the reasons we'll talk about. But so yeah, people are leaving Dallas. Where are they going? They're going up north, mainly up north. When I say up north, I mean a couple towns away to the suburbs. So why are they doing this? So compared to other metropolitan or metro cities in America, Dallas honestly is somewhat more affordable than, places like Los Angeles and New York. However, when it comes to Texas and living in Texas, it's just costing more to live in the city of Dallas. But the cost of living in Dallas has been on the rise, and where we're going to see that the most is going to be in housing. Dallas has become less affordable for people to move to live in, actually. So that pushes them to the suburbs where there's more affordability. So right around the start of the pandemic, the median home price in Dallas was around $370. Well, the median home price in other cities, like let's say Denton, Texas, which is about 40 minutes or so just north of Dallas, the median home price, while it could be the same or close to it, you just get a lot more house in a city like Denton or McKinney or even a place like Van Alstyne than you do in Dallas. So a $370,000 house in Dallas isn't going to get you as much as that same price point in a suburb of Dallas. So we know that people are moving to the suburbs because Salina, for instance, which is north of Dallas, north of Frisco, has gained quite a bit of population over the years. They're currently around 30,000 in population, and in 10 years, Salina is expected to be around 160,000 in population. And from what I've read, they're expected to top off at around 300,000 in populations. So we know that people are leaving Dallas and moving to places like Collin County, Denton County, and even Tarrant County, which is where Fort Worth is. Collin County is going to be cities like Salina, Prosper. You've got McKinney, Anna, a lot of other cities as well. And then in Denton, you have Denton, obviously in Denton County. You've got Louisville, Flower Mound, a lot more rural spaces too out in Denton County. And then Tarrant County, you've got Fort Worth. And then you have places like South Lake, which is a beautiful place to live. And now South Lake is going to be just as expensive or more expensive maybe to live in Dallas. But it's just a completely different landscape when it comes to so many different things. So, unless you prefer the hustle and bustle of the city, you're more likely to move out into a suburb, even if your cost of living might not change that much. Okay, let's talk about traffic and commute times. So from what I hear, downtown Dallas, honestly, the traffic compared to other places like LA or Atlanta, y'all seem to say or think that it's actually not that bad. So I don't know, I haven't been traffic in LA. I have been in traffic in Atlanta, and it was a lot. I agree. What I noticed in Atlanta was there were a lot more lanes on the highway, and it was still, bumper to bumper. But Dallas does have a lot of traffic. It is a very highly populated city. We have major highways that run through the city of Dallas. So you're always going to be sitting in traffic if you're commuting. It's going to happen every single time. If you're commuting in the morning for work, and then especially on the way home. So we do have expressways, but not on every highway. And so that definitely can make your commute longer. And so you're wasting time sitting in traffic, just trying to get a few minutes anywhere inside of Dallas. If you live in Dallas, if you work in Dallas, it just takes a lot of time at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock just to get around town. And speaking of working, job relocations is another reason why people are leaving Dallas. So, during the pandemic, a lot of people were allowed to work from home. That became something that was very popular. So as more people were working from home, they realized that they didn't have to live so close to where they work, or they really could live just about anywhere they wanted. We've had several clients that have moved here to North Texas, the North Dallas area, from other states, simply because they now get to work from home. So it didn't matter where they live. And so they thought, why would I live in Seattle? Why would I live in this expensive city in California when I can come over to Texas, have more affordable living, and work from home? So job relocation, whether it's actually physically relocating or it's working from home, has also caused a Dallas exodus. Not everyone likes North Texas weather. It is hot here in the summer, and it can get cold here in the winter. We are about to experience next week, well, probably at the time that you're watching this video, we're gonna get down to 8 degrees, and I live in North Dallas. So yeah, it's gonna get cold here. It's not gonna last forever. It doesn't last but more than a few days as far as getting down into the teens at night. It really is just a few days most of the time. But some people don't even like that kind of cold. I don't. I do not like the cold. That's why I'm okay with North Texas, because it doesn't last very long. January and February are our coldest months. But it does get hot here. We definitely top out over 100 degrees, especially in August, and we're gonna stay at 100 degrees for several weeks. And so, yeah, it gets hot here, and not everybody likes that. So I can appreciate that. So weather can be another reason why people are leaving Dallas to move to a completely different state. And then a lot of people are just seeking a different lifestyle than what Dallas has to offer, especially as, young families start to have children, and they just realize how congested it is in Dallas. There's, the suburbs are going to have a lot more space, a lot more room, not just in your house because of the price, but just the parks, the playgrounds, things like that Dallas just feels, just so tight everywhere. Some people love it. They love the hustle and bustle of city living, but a lot of people leave Dallas just because they're seeking a different, more relaxed, more slower paced lifestyle. We also have a lot of people that are entering retirement age. I don't know if you've heard of the silver tsunami that is coming, but a lot of our boomers are retiring. And so as this generation retires, what I have found, being a realtor, what I have found is they are seeking a much slower lifestyle. And you might think they're downsizing, but really, a lot of them, they might be moving into a somewhat smaller house, but they want more land. So we're definitely seeing that with people in their 60s. They're wanting more land, even if that's just an acre of land. That's definitely something that we're seeing that's pretty common with people that are retiring. They want out of the rat race. They want out of all the hustle and bustle, and they want to move into a more rural area, something that just better suits their lifestyle, somewhere where their grandkids can run and play. We're definitely seeing that as a reason why people are leaving cities like Dallas. And another reason why people move out of Dallas and live in a suburb of Dallas is because they're still close to Dallas. There's going to be a lot more green space in the suburbs, but not all suburbs offer the same amenities that a place like Dallas would, like, the museums or the fine dining, going to see a Broadway show, not like New York Broadway, but a musical. That's what I meant to say. So you can still leave Dallas, you can leave the city and move into a suburb, but you still have access to Dallas. So that would be another reason why we're seeing people move out of Dallas as well, so they can continue to have proximity, but they don't have to pay the price. Also, crime and safety might be an issue for some people. Just like any large city, you're going to find that crime and safety is going to be an issue in particular areas of any large city. So moving to a suburb can give people a perceived sense of safety. It doesn't necessarily mean that it actually is more safe, but it does tend to give people that perception that moving to a suburb is going to be more safe. So I do go to Dallas often, and I don't feel unsafe when I go there. But the truth is that any large city you go into, there are going to be times where it's just not as safe as others. There's going to be times of the day where it might not be as safe as others. That is just the reality. Whereas when you go into suburban areas, there aren't as many, might not be as many stores or restaurants or just places for people to congregate like there is in Dallas, which could be a reason why some people are leaving, is because of a perceived crime and safety issue. So I said one reason that people might be leaving Dallas is because of affordability and the cost of living, specifically the houses, but that can also work to your advantage. If you are a resident of Dallas, that means your home price has gone up. Your house has appreciated quite well, especially in certain areas of Dallas. They're going to appreciate even more. So why not use that to your advantage? Sell your home, take the equity, and move to a suburban area where the houses are cheaper. You can still get exactly what you want by moving to a place that's more affordable. In fact, you might even get more house than the one you sold in Dallas. You can use that money for all kinds of things. You've got your kids' college, pay off debt, all kinds of things. So the housing market, the great housing market that Dallas has been, is another reason that people have been selling their house, taking out the equity, buying something more affordable, and then using that money for other things. Okay, and we have to talk about the political climate because it's just a matter of fact that some people are leaving Dallas because Dallas does tend to lean more liberal than other cities around it. Fort Worth is more conservative, but the suburbs of Dallas are conservative, whereas Dallas definitely leans more liberal. And we're in Texas. Texas is a conservative state. So living in Dallas, where it is more liberal, is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's just the reality of the situation, is that, Texans like their freedom. They don't like to have a lot of government oversight. People move to Texas for a reason, and that is one of the big reasons why people do move to Texas, is because they just want less government in their lives. Well, in Dallas, even though, I do live close to Dallas, like I said, I visit Dallas, I don't necessarily see that Dallas is like New York City or Chicago when it comes to how liberal it is. It still is a liberal city. And so that means it might create policies that a lot of the residents don't agree with and they don't like. And so therefore they're going to move Dallas into the suburbs where it's more conservative to their liking. And look, everyone moves out or into a city for their own reasons, but these are just a few reasons why we have seen a Dallas exodus. And where is everyone going? Well, it's easy to see that most people are leaving Dallas and they're moving up north and I don't mean up north to like Michigan, I mean just a few cities north like Frisco, Prosper, Salina. You've got Anna, Texas, Princeton, McKinney, Denton. There's so many other great suburbs of Dallas. That's why I'm such a huge fan of North Texas, because North Texas is so diverse in all of its cities. They all have their own culture and their own vibe. And there's so many of them to choose from. So you don't have to live in the city of Dallas. There are some great suburbs to live in with great schools, with a lot of green space that we talked about, a lot of activities and things to do, whether you have children or you don't have children. There are so many things that North Texas has to offer, specifically in the North Dallas area, that I can see why a lot of people would choose to forego that busy, expensive Dallas lifestyle and choose to relax just a little bit and live in a suburb of North Dallas. If that is you and you're thinking about moving in 9 days or 9 months, then give us a call, you shoot us a text, send us an email. All that info is in the description below. We have people reaching out to us all the time who are looking to make a move to the Dallas area, and we absolutely love that. We've got videos all about Prosper, all about Salina, all about Denton. So make sure you go back, take a look at those, and we'll see you on the next one.